Oh,
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie Clayton, and I'm here with Dean Da Costa for Recruiting Live. As a friendly reminder, we want to ask the questions that you have for Dean. Of course, today we're talking a little bit about SourceCon. I was honored to see him and get to spend time with him. And I have on my shirt, my Earth, Wind, and Fire shirt that Dean gave me. Yeah, we're friends outside of this. But that being said, please, if you have questions, put them into the question box below or tweet them out with the hashtag #RDaily. And with that, let's just jump into it. Dean, I know you're king of everything, and everybody knows you in the whole wide world, and they, have you on speed dial. But for those people who might not know specifically about what you do on a day-to-day, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
oh wow. Well, I've been recruiting for over 20 years. Currently work for Lockheed Martin. Kind of what I do on a daily basis is whatever nobody else can do. So we can't find people that can do this. I do it. They can't find emails. I do it. They don't know who's trying to hack into this. I find out. It's just whatever they need me to do, I do. Um, yeah, and then I speak, like with you, and then conferences and write blogs and video blogs, and I got a YouTube channel, all sorts of neat stuff. That's it. That's
Oh,
me.
that's all. It
And
was
I'm a
fun.
sports nut.
I like your sports stuff,
Yeah.
your comic book stuff, and you
Yes,
have
I got
cats,
that back there.
and you have
Huh?
grandchildren. I said, and you have cats, and you have grandchildren.
Yeah, my granddaughter's downstairs waiting for me.
That's awesome. Well,
I haven't
we'll
seen
talk
her in
more
a week.
about personal stuff later, but let's just talk about SourceCon. So it was, I was going to say that I met you at SourceCon. I actually met you at Talent 42, but we've both
Yep.
been on the SourceCon circuit for a long time. How do you think this one was different than some of the ones in the past? Because this one was number 10.
This one was different in a number of ways. Number one, it was huge. Number three, we had a programming track where there was a track where could get to learn how to program. Now I know you're saying, wait a minute, I'm going to get to learn program. That takes forever. Not really. It depends on what language you learn. In this case, it was predominantly Ruby, and Ruby is really easy to learn. I'd never programmed in Ruby, and I had this class on Udemy. It was like 33 hours to programming. Within 20 minutes, I had already programmed a calculator. So it's not that hard. And you're probably going, well, why do I need to learn how to program? Well, you don't and you do. You don't because there are so many tools out there that can do most everything. But what are you going to do when, one, the tools stop working or get turned off or told they have to be off, or two, you join the company that won't let you use them, or they can't use them because of security protocols and stuff? Well, here's your option. One of the things that I actually created at 4 a.m. because somebody told me I couldn't do it, which is never a good thing, is a scraper. To scrape a site that for some reason the tools couldn't scrape, and he said couldn't be scraped. So I sat there and created a scraper in Python, scraped the info, and sent it to him. It only took about 30 minutes. It wasn't that big a deal. So that was one of the biggest parts of it. Sorry, my wife walked in for a second. That was one of the biggest things there. The other thing was there was just a lot of really, really, really smart people giving a lot of information. A lot of people I'd never seen before. I mean, we estimated probably 60% had been at either 0, 1, or 2 source codes. That's it, which is really interesting. And so all the feedback I heard was good. I didn't hear any negative feedback from anybody, which is good. Breakout tables were good, a lot more of them, more categories. The training prior to SourceCon was great. I mean, to me, it was just a great SourceCon.
Don't forget that we had Recruiting Daily
Yes, sorry,
live
we
source
had
this
we did have the Recruiting Daily Live, which was really cool. I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
If you don't know Dean Da Costa and you really, really want to know Dean Da Costa, besides me and his conversations, you can go back and look at sourcecon.com/thesourceday1. That's the Dean that I know.
Yeah, that's just Jim and me being stupid.
There was,
We had
there was, well, you weren't being stupid. You were being off camera, offline.
right. Yeah, we were having fun, and
I wanted to talk about the tech. Let's talk about some of the tech. What did you see tech going? Because there was a little bit of tech information along with just the standard knowledge.
You mean by tech, by the new tools and toys and stuff? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, good, 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 good.
Yeah, me
There,
too.
there, there was some new stuff there that I thought was pretty cool. Some new toys. Seek Out was there, which is a phenomenal tool I really like.
Let's
For
speak
those of
out.
you, who don't- well, for those of you who don't know, check it out. Seek Out. Just look it up. But basically, what they've done is they've indexed about 104 million public profiles and created a database. Created more search criteria than you can get in LinkedIn Recruiter, so you can get what you want. You can save them to a folder, and you can download it all to a CSV, which includes emails, not work emails, personal emails.
Right.
And in about a week, you'll be able to do a whole lot more than that even, because they're trying to get better. And so they're going to be working on Facebook free profiles and Twitter free profiles next. This is all LinkedIn stuff, but it's free profiles. I mean, if I look on Google for say Java developer and everything, some of them are going to be LinkedIn profiles. Those are free. Those are right there on Google, and that's what they did, which I think is smart in heck. Because here's the deal: LinkedIn wants to tell you there are 500 million people. They full of it. Because first of all, they admitted in the last user agreement they have created fake profiles and allowed others to. 20% of them are fake. That knocks you down to 400 million. You're thinking, well, it's still a lot. Yes, it is. But then remember, there's at least 15 to 20% that are fake. They're not even real profiles. So now you're down to about 320 million. Now there's another 15 to 20 that have duplicates, meaning they have a couple profiles. So now you're down to what, about 280 million? 220 million, then realize that at least half of them aren't in the U.S. So now you're down to about 120 million. So let's say they're right. There's 120 million people in the U.S. Well, Seacout's already got 104 million, and that grows every day.
And it's
So,
live. It's real time. It's not
yep,
some old profile. These are like, so that makes it.
they're constantly updating, constantly going through it and keeping it fresh. Now there will be some that aren't there because they don't have a public profile because they've hidden it. That's okay. You know why? Because those people aren't going to reply to you anyway, so don't waste your time. A lot of them are just on LinkedIn so they can say they're on LinkedIn. So there you go. Good tool. I like it. Matter of fact, I got a spinner from them right here. I have never used one of these things in my life. Don't have ADD or PhD or any other Ds. But they gave me one, and when you're walking around SourceCon, like I do a lot, and you're getting stopped every 5 seconds, being asked the same question over and over again, it's kind of cool to be able to say, yeah, you keep your hands busy and everything. So, yeah, so Seek Out was good. Engage was good. They had a coffin at their table. It was really funny.
No, that's not engaged. That's connect.
No, I'm pretty sure that was Engage. I have a picture. I thought it was Engage. Hang on, I'll tell you because I'll just look on my pictures. I got it downloaded.
Connect.
Now you're gonna make me look because I thought it was Engage. There were really a lot of vendors there and tools and stuff. So sometimes keeping them all straight, even for me, becomes
Get Talent was
difficult.
there.
Yep, Get Talent was there. Engage was there. Hiretual was there.
Object.
Yep. The usual suspects, and then a few new ones. Oh, you're right. It's not. It's crowded. It's crowded. And not Engage. Right. Crowd. See? Now you can't.
They had a real life coffin.
Shut up. You told
I
me.
thought it was a little.
I'm getting old. Remember? Yeah. Crowded's really good. I like about Crowded is they are capable. I looked at some of the stuff. The analytics they have, the ability to keep their literally go into an ATS and get you the most current information, emails, phone numbers on everybody is just mind-boggling. It's really, really, really cool. Really cool stuff. And I'm sorry, like I said, there's so many of them. I mean, I swear to God, there had to be at least 25 or 30, which is a lot. Data Miner was there, which is really cool. Data Miner is a great tool. For those of you who don't know, it's a scraping tool, probably the easiest one to use. And coming soon to a theater near you, when they scrape a social profile, they will be finding you emails and more. And you can download to CSV, so that's all cool. So they were there. Hiretual was there. Good Lord, there was text me or text something.
Text Recruit was there.
Thank you. There's so many tools that say text in them. It's like keep them all straight.
I love Text Recruit. They have a new AI, AI function, and a little mini tiny like ATS on top of it.
Yeah, No, I'm familiar with them. I've used them. I played with them. I think they gave me some toy to play with. I don't remember. I didn't play with it for long, but I take it. So I always remember when they give
Hired
me
was
toys.
there.
Who?
Hired was
Yeah,
there.
yeah, they were there. Yeah,
And
that surprises you. They've been there before.
well, yeah, but they expanded their market. So if people have looked at it before, it used to be like the UK, San Francisco, and New York, and they've
Oh
expanded.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They've expanded big time. And then JobJet was there. The guys that make profit were there.
Hiring
Hiring
Salt,
Hubs. Yeah, thank you. Dice. A
Dice was there.
whole. Yeah, and you're hanging on to your little purple squirrely thingy there. I see.
Well, this is because this was great. Like, if you haven't gone to SourceCon, one of the things that they did, see, this girl came and she said, I forgot her name, Stephanie. I forgot. She was giving away these purple squirrels
Yeah,
for advice, and
yeah,
so I thought that was great. So people, you can ask them for different things. She wanted to get a tip, and then she had a big purple squirrel.
yep.
Um, I realized this is my kid's favorite dog toy. I've had it for like a year, and I just realized it's a purple squirrel.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. It's your kid's favorite dog toy.
My dog's favorite.
You
They're
said
my
kid.
kids. They're my
Okay,
kids.
okay.
But
Fair enough. Just had to clarify that for a minute. Somehow I don't remember ever seeing your daughter playing with that thing, so I want to clarify here. So let's see. So you got all those people were there.
But it was
Boatloads of,
great. The size was different. That was huge. And
yeah, there was over 700 people there,
right.
which is if it's not the biggest, it's the second biggest. Next one's in Las Vegas. That will easily eclipse anything we got for no other reason than it's Vegas. And the subject and the social engineering thing is going to be pretty cool for a lot of people. And there's going to be some ethical hackers there. I think that one's going to be really cool. And then they're going to Europe in June, which I just got informed. I not that Dean, can you go? Not would you please go, Dean? You're going.
The
Okay.
Budapest. Budapest?
Yeah, that's Hungary, right? Yeah, I guess they're hungry for some sourcing knowledge. What can I say? Bad joke. So anyway, yeah, so that was all there. I thought it was pretty cool. Interestingly enough, two guys came with a tool called ZenSource. Now they came to look and see what's going on, and they
Sensor.
did, yeah, and they asked a bunch of us to show it, but they weren't demoing it because it's not even they have at this point they had not decided that they even wanted to go down this rabbit hole. They just wanted to get our opinion. Do they think this is good, something worth it? I'll be honest. I like it because what they do and how they do it, I've never seen anybody do it this way before. I'm not going to say much more about it now, but at some point when it comes out, I will be doing a video which Jackye will get put on Recruiting Tools, and I will probably show it in one of my webinars with Jackye and everybody. So I will show it. Matter of fact, I have access to it now, but I'm not going to show it now. But I think they've decided they're definitely going to go with it because it's a really cool tool. I mean, I was very impressed with how they did what they did.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've met with them, and I think my whole meeting I was like this.
well, what they do is not. There are other things that do it, but how they do
How
it.
they do it.
And I did make a recommendation. So just so you know, in case they didn't tell you, instead of just getting when you download CV, you're going to get first name, last name, company, title, email. But the last column's going to say profile, and what they're going to do is put the entire profile there. So when you upload to USM, you're getting their entire profile as well. Yeah.
We have to. I mean, that's pretty amazing. I don't think people realize
They
we need
they
so
found
much.
they found a trick that, and I thought about it, and I actually went back that night and looked at the user agreement for the tool in question where they're doing this with. Nothing in there stops it. Because once you push that download PDF and it's downloaded, it's no longer part of them. It's part of your computer. They're grabbing it at that point in between where it's not on your computer, but it's not with them anymore, and that's how they're grabbing it.
Dude.
So when you push the button to download PDF, you actually download it to your computer and to them at the same time, which there's nothing that they can do about it because unless they take away the download PDF function. If they do that, they're going to lose a boatload of people.
Right.
That's a huge function.
As a side note, I have to tell everybody because we have 12 minutes left. If you do have a question for Dean, anything, even if it's what he thinks, what he's watching this weekend, just go ahead and put it down in the question box. And if you have questions later, we will look for it or add the hashtag #OurDaily.
What I'm going to watch this weekend? Football.
Of course.
football and more football,
I like it.
and try to
Well,
catch up on all the crap I got recorded that I haven't seen yet.
from this week. It was a busy week.
Yeah, I deleted some because I'm like, okay, I really don't need to see every single Rachel Madden show from MSNBC. I'll just do the most recent one. I don't need to see all the Don Lemons because I actually got to watch them. And then what else was there in there? And TMZ I'm going to watch because I think it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
That
And then
is forget. We're
yeah,
talking.
well, you asked, so I told you. So tools. Let's see. What did I show? I feel sorry for you guys to go to SourceCon because I showed a whole bunch of things. I showed some sites to search on that nobody knows about.
Like
I
what?
showed, well, Elusify, for those that don't know. Elusify is a tool, a site, where if you go on it, and I picked on Amazon, there were Amazon recruiters there, and I already knew that. I said Amazon, and then I said developer, and then every single developer on Amazon showed up. First name, last name, their title, their LinkedIn URL, and their email. And then I showed how you can scrape that using Data Miner. And then I showed how you can take those LinkedIn URLs and stick them into HireTool and get enhanced data, which will include personal emails and how good a coder they are and whether they're looking in their salary. And then I showed how you can take that and do it into Lead IQ and get even more enhanced information. And then I said from here, whatever emails you don't have, you use Tufor to find work emails. We love Tufor. And then when you're done with all that, you stick it in a JATS CRM. In my case, that's Luxo. And guess what Luxo also does when I stick everything in there? It enhances and gets me more info. And while that's all happening, I'm creating my email, which for me gets a 95% response rate on emails and 80% response rate on LinkedIn emails, and then you email them. And then what I did, now you got that. You find it, scrape it, enhance it, email. Good. I showed them another site. Guess what I showed them, which is medical people that have done cancer research, and I'm like, guess what you do now that you got the people you want? You scrape it, enhance it in email. It was like, and by the time I was done, I had everybody saying it, so I was happy. I showed them like 7 sites.
Why don't we do that? It's like the stack. I started talking about people's recruiting stack because you're doing things from engagement all the way soup to nuts, almost to onboarding now.
Well, I did it from, no, I didn't do engagement. The email, so I stopped at the email, so I didn't do the actual screening for it, and I didn't do prior to looking because other people were doing those in their presentations. The one before me was doing up until you start looking, and the one, I was last, but there was another one that was going on before her that was doing, okay, now you've emailed them and it's time to talk to them and do that. So I didn't want them, I wanted to get for me, I think the sourcing is the most important part because, number one, if you can't find them, it doesn't matter how good your email, it doesn't matter how good you could talk, none of that matters. So you've got to find them first. After that, engagement becomes the most important thing because if you can't get them to talk to you, nothing else matters. So I wanted to touch on those two a little bit because those are the most important things. So, yeah, so that's what I did, and like I said, I started with Lucify, I showed Discovered, I showed IC Watch, I showed GetCoder, I even showed a part of Microsoft where you can actually look up every employee there and you get their name and their title, and I said, well, you already know they work at Microsoft, just get the ones, scrape it, stick it in the tools, and you're going to have everything you need. So, I mean, you know, it's pretty cool. And then I showed a couple of ways to find personal information without you know, if for one-offs type stuff. So I showed advanced background check. I showed free people search. I did show seek out. So I showed all that stuff.
Well, Loretta Hale said, can you provide the presentation shared at SourceCon that focused on the 5 key sites and how to sourcing talent? I think those are just for attendees, aren't they?
You can download them right now. You can download them now if you went there. I've already got all the presentations because everybody seemed to think, hey, let's run this by Dean and see what he thinks. So I saw every one.
Right. Maisha Keenan did the pre-one, right?
Yeah. So what I can do, though, is I have a pager where it has everything written on it, the names. That I can share. So remind me, shoot me an email, Dean, can you send me that, and I'll give it to you, and you can do what you want.
You said post it. I'll just just put it into an article.
A lot of you just send it to you in now.
No, after in 7 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, so I can send you that. That's not a problem. And let's see what else. All these presentations are going to end up out. Give it about 30 days, and you're going to see them all out there. Usually what
Right.
happens is everybody downloads them the first day or so, and then within a week or two they start getting pushed out there. I will be writing my post SourceCon. Normally it's a series, and I try to break down all sets of threes of all the presentations. Probably won't be doing that because I have another conference literally in less than a month, and I'm just not going to have time. So I'm
Right.
probably just going to break it down, do a synopsis, add in a few tools and toys so people have stuff, and probably leave it at that. For those of you that haven't been to SourceCon, I would highly recommend going, especially to the next one in Vegas. Um, I'm going to show you a tool that I call the Great Equalizer. So imagine, if you will, you have somebody who's removed themselves from the net totally. This can still find them because they may have removed themselves, but if you go back, their stuff's still there somewhere. But it's a hacking tool.
It's not, and it doesn't use a Wayback Machine?
No, there's other ways than the Wayback Machine.
I know, but you know.
This tool is just phenomenal. So if you put in a name, you let it run, it'll bring back, like, starts with all Twitter pages. Then it goes to emails, phone numbers, and then other social sites. The Twitter pages always has pictures, so you can identify which is the right Bruce Da Costa, my brother, but say, so you hook on that, and then you right-click and run it off that, and then what it does, it says, okay, this is Twitter, so this is the phone number matched to it, this is the emails matched to it, this is the LinkedIn that goes to it, Facebook goes to it. Here's posts that he's ever written, even if it was 20 years ago, connected to it. It is just, I call it the Great Equalizer because literally I've yet to use it and not be able to find somebody. It's just incredible. And you can do it by name, by email, by phone number, by their domain if they own their domain. It's just phenomenal. I mean, you can even do it by a picture URL. So if you happen to be out there on LinkedIn and there's not a lot of info, but their picture's there, you right-click, copy that picture URL, you stick it in this tool, it's going to find everything about the person, everything. It's
Debbie Langford,
incredible
thanks
tool.
for being here. I appreciate you. You said, how often are the SourceCon events held? And those are still fall and spring, 2 a year, right?
Then timeout, yes and no. Starting next year, it's going to be 3 times a year, but the second one, the one in the middle, is going to be outside the U.S., like we're going to Europe. And I'm sure they'll go to Australia, or maybe they'll just do Europe. But right now, yeah, it's spring and fall, usually February, March, and September, October. And then now they're going to do one in June, which will not interfere for those of you that go to Talent 40 with Talent 42, they said, because that would be a problem because I have to be at Talent 42, or Carmen will kill me. And you know better than let Carmen get mad at you. Don't do that. Carmen, yeah. So I've known Carmen for years. She's one of my best friends. She's like, okay, Dean, you're permanently gonna present at Talent 42.
That's right.
Just make sure you're always there, or
Oh,
else.
Candace has a question. I
Who?
appreciate you being here, Candace. Candace Rice. She said, how likely is the Great Equalizer accurate in reporting the information on the candidate and the person?
I probably looked up about 150 people in the last couple of months when I've been playing with it, and it's been spot on all of them. I'll give you an idea. My brother's email is a weird combination, B, J, D, and a bunch of numbers. Found it. The phone number that it gave was his phone number. And then when I pushed the button and looked for cell phone, it brought up his cell phone like that. And his cell phone is private. My work phone is public. My private number is private. And it found it like that. It found my cell number, which isn't out, which I don't, It even found an email address that I have, but I have not touched in 10 years. And it's still active, but it found it. It found my very first blog post from a long time ago.
Okay, you're going to have to show me. I want to know. And I have like 3 phone numbers at a time and 5 emails at a time, so we're going to do that. Oh, really quick, and I know this is going to be hard to do really quick, but Paul Reno, and I hope I didn't say your name bad, he said, I'm just getting acquainted with you and your expertise. I am looking to improve my tool set, and I'm considering LinkedIn Professional. Are there other tools you would recommend ahead or in place of this purchase? 3 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. That ain't going to work.
I know.
I wouldn't buy LinkedIn Recruiter. If you had to buy something, just buy a light LinkedIn account. Me personally, I wouldn't even do that. I have a LinkedIn Recruiter account because Lockheed Martin gives it to me. I never use it, but they want me to have it. Hire a tool. When Seek Out comes out, get Seek Out. Think about what I just said. There's only about 110 million people in the U.S. that are in LinkedIn. It's already got 104 million of them. Really, you're going to worry about 5 million people that probably aren't even what you want. And here's the idea. Those 5 million people, they're somewhere else as well. HireTool can help you find people on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter. They find contact information. They do all that. So I would do HireTool. I would definitely do Seek Out. Those would be my two biggies. Not knowing what you recruit for would help because
that's a big piece. To be fair, it makes a big difference on what you're recruiting for.
yeah, I mean, if you're recruiting for developers, I'm sure it's like not going to send you to this medical site. I know. If you're going to look for medical people, I'm not going to send you to GitHub. It does.
He uses engineers, hardware, and software, so we know there's
Definitely LinkedIn. I would
Yep.
I would be doing GitHub, but that's free, and HireTool can help you do GitHub. Stack Overflow again, but it's free. But again, HireTool can help you do that. I would consider the Elusify thing because if you're looking for a Java developer and you want to have AWS, and you can figure out every single developer in Amazon. By the way, AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. So guess who? Yeah, okay.
We
There
also
you
wrote
go.
a series on that.
Yeah,
On
we did, but that doesn't mean everybody.
tools, we have a whole series. Speak Geek, Think Geek. Put
Yep.
geek into the search string, you'll find all of those. And I think we've beaten that dead horse. We'll just have to copy paste. There's not been a lot most recently.
Go
There's
to my
not-
YouTube page or go to Recruiting Tools because my videos go on Recruiting Tools, and after a few weeks to a month, then they go on my YouTube page. Unless it's unless it's a video they don't want to use, in which case it goes on my YouTube page right away. Go to either one and look up my name and look at the videos. Every tool imaginable is there. The other thing you can do is go to SourceCon and look up the wonderful world of Chrome extensions, and it's a monthly book where I go through 8 Chrome extensions every day. A lot of them are sourcing and recruiting things, but those are the things that I would do. I would be using those tools. I'm not saying, and use them first for a little bit because they're significantly cheaper, and then if you're not happy and you and because of whatever reason, maybe you guys are looking for something weird, like they got to be a Java developer that can ride a bike backwards with their eyes shut or something. Don't laugh. Hiring managers ask for stupid stuff. then you can look at the LinkedIn thing. Me personally, if I was going to pay for it myself, I wouldn't do it until I've exhausted every option cheaper.
I'm so glad that you said that and you were there. And it was so great seeing you. People don't know, when it's not conference season, I talk to Dean every day. When it's conference season, I'm lucky if I can get once a week. But to see you in person is always
It was fun. I had a blast, but I always have a blast at SourceCon. SourceCon for me is family. I mean,
Right.
I've known these people Steve Levy and I have known each other for 20 years, plus years, excuse me. Derek Zell and I have known each other for 15. Pete Ratliff and I have known each other for 10, and the 4 of us are almost always together. The Elder Statesmen of Sourcing, I believe we're called, whatever that means.
How does that feel?
I liked the other name someone gave us, the Sourceketeers.
I like
but
the source.
Steve liked it. Derek at first liked it. I said, that sounds kind of Mickey Mouse Clubbish. I go, okay, well, you can be Brittany, I'll be Justin, and he can be somebody else. People that were in the Mickey Mouse Club at one time or another.
I think we should make you like in sync. We should just have the whole form and have a boy band.
No, what you need to do is look on Steve Levy's thing on Facebook, and he actually did some funky thing. I think it was a boy band, and he put all our different faces on it. It was really funny as heck. Oh, you want me to tell you how good this thing is? Candace already subscribed to my YouTube channel. This popped up. Candace, thank you, Candace. I had not put up a new video last week because of SourceCon. I will be putting a new video up Monday. So this week, Monday.
I'm going to schedule everything out. So we have a lot. I'm behind. We have a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, I know. Well, I got news for you. I got about 15 more videos to make, but I don't want to overwhelm you and put them all in there.
I'm doing it.
Because what will happen is I'll put all these cool videos, and you're like, well, I'm going to start here, and it's the new ones, so the old ones. Then by the time you get the old one out there, it's changed and something's different about it. So
it's happened a couple times. Now, if there's a tool, let me just give you a little Dean tip, and then we're going to have to close. If Dean says a tool, and he says it's really awesome, you better go do it. These tools, they come and go really fast, but it's like use it, find out what it is, and we'll look at the next tool and get those because they change, and rules change.
I get contacted probably 100 times a week about people wanting me to look at tools, test tools, and stuff like that. And when I do it, they fall into 1 of 3 categories. Hell no, you need some work, time to let everybody start playing with it. Hell no means I don't write about it because I don't believe in saying anything bad, but I let them know it's not worth it. 2 means, okay, has potential. You need to do this, this, and this, and this. Zen search being the one where I said you got to get the PDF stuff loaded, and they're going to do it. That's the big, and then you need to work on Facebook and then Twitter, and then we can go from there. And then, of course, Yeah, you need to get it. Seek Out was the most recent one that hit that category. And
Yeah.
that was after a month of working with them because they were in this category. You need to do stuff. And after a month of work with them, like, now you got it to where it's worth putting out there.
Well, I appreciate you. And like he said, we've got his videos. He says his YouTube page, Recruiting Blogs. We have our page. And
Recruiting tools.
I'm going to share the videos. He was live last week, and it was really funny. Let me know. This has been recorded. We'll send them out. I know several people want to know what tools he mentioned. You have to go about 7 minutes in. He starts listing all the tools over here. But I appreciate you. Thank you, Dean.
I appreciate you too, kiddo.
Another great day. And we'll
Yep.
see you all next Friday. Angie Barros is going to be on. So
Oh,
it'll
that'll be cool.
yeah. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Later. Bye.